Hey friends, it's Erica. Thank you so much for tuning into your practice today. This class is for when we simultaneously need the expansion of surrender and the fortification of strength. In this expansive and grounding vinyasa practice, we'll do lots of backside strengthening as we broaden and expand through our chest. My hope is that after this class, you feel full of both vitality and vigor. Go ahead and grab a block and a strap and maybe a cup of tea or some water. Organize your feet about hip width distance, maybe a little bit wider, and you're welcome to already be facing the front of your mat. I'll just face this way to demonstrate. On an inhale, sweep your hands up and overhead. Reach your prayer hands back as you broaden your chest. And exhale, take your right foot behind your left fingertips towards the ground, right fingertips up and over. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, side bend, stretch towards the other side as if you're curtsying. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, up and back, knees bend, chest broadens. Exhale towards the left. We'll follow this cycle here. Inhale and exhale. Starting to come into breath to movement synchronization. Letting our thinking, rationalizing mind have a break. And starting to invite in our feeling, sensing mind. Keep following this pattern on the pace of your breath. Few more. Last round here. Inhale, come back up through center, and if you haven't already, pivot towards the top of your mat. Reorganize your feet parallel with each other in hip width. On an inhale, swim your hands up overhead, and exhale, swan dive, forward fold, bend your knees any amount. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Enjoy a few moments to just acquaint yourself with the posture and with your physical self today. Bend your knees, shake your head, maybe even swivel your hips. And then begin to navigate towards stillness. Palms reaching into the earth as your hips lift high. Hips lift high as heels sink towards the earth, and bend your knees any amount as we're warming up here. Inhale, lift to the tips of your toes. Exhale, bend your knees at the emptiness of your exhale. Either hop or step forward to the top of your space and fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, fold. Inhale with a flat spine, lift all the way up to standing, reach high, and exhale, hands back at heart center, pause. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your hands up again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift to the tips of your toes. Exhale, bend your knees and transition. Fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, Tadasana will lift you all the way up. Exhale, hands at heart center. We'll go round again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, migrate back, downward facing dog. This time we'll add on. Inhale, lift to the tips of your toes. Bend your knees, exhale, transition. Fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Inhale, lift your hands up for fierce pose. Draw in one deep inhale. Hips sink low, fingertips high. And exhale over your front body, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, transition back, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, transition. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold inwards. Bend your knees. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, either step or hop back, downward facing dog. Last time, inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, transition forward and fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bend your knees. Next inhale, lift into chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway up, lift up, inhale. And exhale, migrate back, downward facing dog. Savor 3 breaths. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your toes to meet your thumb. Help it through if it needs a little assistance to get to a 90-degree angle. Inhale, lift up into crescent pose. Exhale, twist left hand forward, right hand back. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, sink your hips low and twist. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach skyward. Then exhale, frame your front foot. Step back, high plank, and lower slow all the way to the ground. Today's practice will use a Shalabhasana variation. Inhale, lift your heels. Your hands can stay on the ground for support. Use your backside. Anchor your pelvis, lift through your glutes. Exhale, push up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg leads. Exhale, draw your left toes to meet your left thumb, help it through. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, twist. Left hand back, right arm forward. Inhale, back to neutral crescent. Exhale, twist. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Revert back to neutral. And then come back down, frame your front foot, step into high plank, and use your quadriceps like brakes to lower slow. Inhale, lift your heels up off the ground, pull your toes away from your shoulders. And exhale, drop back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, grace your right toes towards the sky. Exhale, meet your right thumb. Inhale, lift up into crescent. And this time, exhale, slice across. Right hand meets left hamstring. Left fingertips up and back. Exalted warrior. Sink your hips low and feel the expansive line all the way from your left toes up and out your left fingertips. And exhale, pivot down, frame your front foot, step back. Exhale, lower slow. Inhale, lift up. Strength on your back side. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, grace your left toes towards the sky. Exhale, meet your left thumb. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left hand, right hamstring, right fingertips arc up and back. Exhale, sink your hips low. And inhale, arc up and back. Trace the line from your right toes all the way out of your right fingertips. And on your next exhale, cartwheel down, frame your front foot, step back into high plank, and lower slow. Inhale, let your backside lift you. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more breath to movement cycle here like this. Inhale, right toes lead. Exhale, meet your right thumb. Inhale, lift up, hook your fingertips overhead, and exhale, side body stretch. Lean up and over towards your right. Inhale, back off a little bit. Exhale, spiral over towards your right. Last one. And hold for 2 more breaths. Stay fortified in your legs as you feel some freedom coming into your upper body. And exhale, release. Frame your front foot. Transition back to high plank and lower slow. Inhale, expand through your chest, power up through your legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, reach your left toes high. And exhale, meet your left thumb. Inhale, drop, crescent. Hook your fingertips up overhead and arc up and over towards your left. Inhale, back off a little bit. Exhale, sink your hips, arc up and over. Last one, inhale. And exhale, hold for a few more breaths. And exhale, release. Frame your front foot. Transition back, high plank. Lower slow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, push back. Inhale, lift to the tips of your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop forward towards the top of your mat and fold. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, come all the way down to your seat. And descend down, down to your back. With bent knees, hook your right heel across your left knee and interlace just your left hand at the nape of your neck. We're gonna fire up our creative core, this hub of our
vital energy reserves. Inhale, reach your right hand up and overhead. Exhale, lift your left knee in towards your chest and reach across with your right hand. Inhale, straighten your left leg any amount. Keep your low back glued to the ground and reach your right fingertips up. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, reach up and out. Exhale, stoke the fire in. Follow this expression. Inhale out. Exhale, draw in. Few more. Keep your toes expressive and stay aware all the way out through your end hips. Last one here. Inhale, expand everything. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. And we'll alternate. Bend your knees, left ankle hooks across your right knee. Take your right hand to create a hammock for your neck, maybe even offer a massage. Inhale, reach your left fingertips high. Exhale, draw in, right knee in towards your chest, left arm across. Inhale, left hand goes up, straighten your right leg any amount, and reaffirm your low back is glued towards the earth. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, fortify. Keep it going. Savor those powerful inhales and exhales. Few more. Last one. Get broad through your arms and windshield wiper your legs side to side. Excellent effort there. I assume you were with me. If you stopped to just eat popcorn, I don't blame you. Just let that extraordinary effort go. Draw your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a few rock and rolls till you have the momentum. Will lift up into standing. Back into Tadasana. We'll begin again. Inhale, lift your hands up and over. Exhale, swan dive in, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. As if we were refueling in home base. Just enjoy a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. Feel your inhale stream up the arches of your feet, the inseam of your legs, and lift from your pubic bone up as you soften your chest towards your heels. Inhale, draw your right leg up towards the sky. And exhale, meet your right thumb. Inhale, lift up into crescent pose, and we'll do just like we started with. Bring your prayer hands up and back. Reach as far back as you can as you sink your hips towards the earth. When you inhale, feel as though there's a string pulling you up by your pubic bone. Exhale, sink into your hips, reach up and back, broaden your chest. Inhale, straighten your legs any amount, lift up. Exhale, drive your hips down, fingertips reach back. 2 more. Last one. Release an inhale to crescent. And then exhale, slice your hands back to a 45-degree angle, as well as your torso, as if you're about to launch off. Steady through vigor in your leg muscles. Pick a point of focus and embrace the sensations of strengthening here. Draw in one more deep inhale. And exhale, release. Invite your hands to the inseam of your right foot. Give yourself enough space for your hips. Broaden your chest and lift up through the power of your back hamstring. Stay right here or bring your hands about a palm print in front of where they are right now, kind of like downward facing dog arms. Inhale, broaden your chest any amount, soften your neck. Exhale, invigorate the strength of your legs. Two more breaths. Release your back knee down. Walk your hands back towards your hips. This could be a good time to pad up your back knee if it's feeling a little sensitive or close to a hard ground. Collect and gather your breath here after that effort. Draw in a deep inhale. And on an exhale, bend your back knee any amount. Heel towards your glute. 2 more. Inhale, back off. Exhale, draw in. Little hamstring curls back there for us. Last one. Stay right here for 3 more, or lift off your right hand, press out through your left hand, and as you exhale, reach freebird style for your heel, but don't grab it. Resituate your stance if you need. Inhale, reach up and back as if you're patting yourself on the back. Exhale, squeeze heel into glute, reach for your heel, don't grab it. Inhale, broaden your chest, pat yourself on the back. Last one, exhale. Inhale. Full permission to stay with either of these phases, lizard pose, or going through free bird into the arc. If you have a strap and you'd like to strap up your right foot, or if your fingertips are available to catch it today, hook your right ankle with your, your left ankle with your right fingertips. Fortify the strength of your legs as you broaden your chest. Last breath here. And release. Return to framing your front foot. Inhale, dip into your hips. And exhale, draw your hips backwards. Straighten your front leg any amount. See if you can stay with tracing the subtle sensations after quite an extraordinary sensation for some. Rebend in your front knee, transition into downward facing dog. And take a moment of reprieve. 3 deep breaths. And then to counter stretch, inhale, lift your right leg up again, bend your knee, open your hip. Press your left heel into the earth as you expand through your right side. And exhale, come back to neutral. Inhale, wave your left toes towards the sky. And exhale, meet your left thumb. Inhale, up to crescent. Exhale, draw your fingertips way back, sink into the strength of your legs. Inhale, as if you're being pulled up by a zipper from your pelvis all the way out your fingertips. Exhale, rebend in your front leg at least. Reach your fingertips way back. A few more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, anchor and draw back. Two more. Last one here. Inhale, return your hands to neutral crescent. Exhale, sweep your hands back at a 45-degree angle, accompanied by your torso in this kind of super crescent pose. Let your gaze steady somewhere as you welcome all the sensations. And release your hands to the inseam of your left foot. Heel toe your left foot off to the side some, so you have the perfect amount of space for your hips. And then reinvigorate through the power of your right hamstring. Keep your hands exactly where they are as you broaden your chest. Or bring your hands about a palm print in front of where they are. Either way, see if your neck can soften some. Keep amplifying your right hamstring towards the sky as you draw your chest towards the earth. Last breath cycle here. And release your right knee down. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Reconfigure your stance some, drawing a deep inhale. Now we know where we're going. Exhale, draw your heel towards your glute. 2 more, inhale back off. Exhale, draw in. Last one. Stay right here with this variation. Or press into the strength of your right arm and use your left arm to spiral back, reach for your right heel. Don't grab it yet. Stay with this, or inhale, draw your hand up and back as if you're patting yourself. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, broaden your chest. And then you have the option to stay with any of these variations. Simple, sturdy lizard. Going back and forth in this quite strengthening pose. It's actually more strengthening if you don't grab onto your heel. If you have a strap and that facilitates you reaching for your heel, or if your fingertips are ready to grab your heel today or your ankle, sink your hips towards the ground as if you were knitting your inner thighs towards each other, and then broaden your chest any amount. Draw your chest up higher as your hips sink lower. One more breath. And release. Frame your front foot. Dip into your hips. And then exhale, straighten your front leg any amount. Rebend in your front knee and transition back into downward facing dog. One more breath here to reset. And then as a counter stretch, inhale, lift your left toes skywards, bend your knee and open your hip. Anchor your right heel down as you expand across your left side body. And then release, downward facing dog. We'll do one more wave of vinyasa, invigorating vinyasa, and then we'll come back down to the ground. Inhale, lift up to the tips of your toes, bend your knees. At the bottom of your exhale, either hop or step into forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up into Tadasana. And exhale, Samastitihi, hands at your chest. Keep your left foot where it is and step your right foot back. Line your heel up, back heel up with your front arch. And we'll meander into warrior two. Hands out wide like a T. And settle in. Just getting situated. And then rest your gaze over your front hand. Flip your front palm and inhale, reach up and back into reverse warrior. Exhale, take your left elbow to your left knee. Reach up. Extended side angle. Draw in an inhale. And then exhale back, warrior two. We'll go through that cycle again. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, land here. Exhale, warrior two. We'll do that cycle a few more times. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, long line from your back foot out your right fingertips. Exhale, warrior two. Last one, inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, milk the pose. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, reach back, reverse triangle pose. Exhale, bend in your front knee, bend in your back knee. Reverse that a few times like you're turning on hydraulics. And then step forward. Both toes parallel with each other again. Anchor through your right foot. Lift your left knee up. And just like we did in core, hook your left ankle over your right knee. So you have a nice figure four shape. Kick your hips back. Your hands can have their very important job of being on your hips, or bring your hands into prayer. Sink your hips low and keep your chest broadening. See if you can avoid the tendency to make it more of a passive stretch by sinking your elbows into your leg. We'll keep this as active as we can for 3 more breaths. Come out just as mindfully as you did. Inhale, one-legged staff. And exhale, step way back into lunge. Inhale, high plank pose. And exhale, lower slow. Inhale, lift up. Heels lift up, pelvis glues towards the earth. And exhale, transition back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift to the tips of your toes, bend your knees, hopper step towards the top of your space and fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Let Tadasana lift you all the way back up. And exhale, meet again at Samastitihi. Just simply means hands at your heart. Keep your right foot where it is now. Step your left foot back. Heel to ankle alignment, heel to arch alignment. And just situate yourself into warrior two. Let your gaze go out over your front finger. Flip your palm, and on an inhale, broaden up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, slice your right elbow across to meet your right knee. Left fingertips up and over. Inhale, broaden. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale here as if you were milking the pose. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side. Inhale, savor it. Exhale, warrior two. 2 more. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, extended side. Inhale, long line from your toe to your fingers. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side. Inhale, last time here. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, reach up and back, reverse triangle. And come back to warrior two. Bend your front knee, and then bend your back knee. Traverse that a few times. And then with your back knee bent, feel some buoyancy to step forward. We meet again at the top of our space. We'll take figure four on the other side. Have your left foot anchor. One-legged staff with your right foot lifting. And then hook. Ankle to knee. Kick your hips back. Hands either on your hips or in prayer. Flirt with that line of effort and ease. And see if you can find the sweet spot of invigorating but manageable. And just as mindfully back out, one-legged staff, and kick back into low lunge. Frame your front foot, step back into high plank, and lower slow. Inhale, lift up, heels pull away from your shoulders, broad chest, powerful backside, and exhale, saunter back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. And then drop down to your knees. Inhale, broad in your chest. Exhale, curl into cat pose. Pivot around. You can sit whatever way you'll be able to see the screen. We're going to do a bit of exertion called 90-90 pose. Your front leg will be in about a 90-degree angle, and your back leg will be at about a 90-degree angle. Frame your hands around your front thigh. Draw in a deep inhale. Exhale, lift your front leg, hover it off the ground. Exhale, put it down. Inhale. Exhale, lift your back leg, which might involve teetering forward some. Our goal is to imagine that we could do this without moving our torso. Teeter-totter from front leg to back leg. Front leg to back leg. Let your breath animate the pose and the transitions through them. Do 3 more on each side. Inhaling through center, using your exhale to lift. Next time towards the front, lift and hold. See if you can lift your ankle up any further. And release, you guessed it, inhale. Exhale, lift your back leg and hold. And release. Switch legs. Whichever side you did, just switch it out. 90-degree angle on your front leg, 90-degree angle on your back. Frame your front thigh, draw in an inhale. Exhale, lift your front leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift your back leg. And off we go. This is engaging the muscles of your hip flexors, the muscle right at the meat of your upper thigh. Few more here. Take your time and find a nice cadence. Next time, lifting your front leg, lift and hold. See if you can lift your ankle anymore. And release. And then lift your back leg. See how neutral you can keep your spine. Mine definitely moves too. And release. Pivot back around to the front of your mat and give yourself some rocks and rolls. We'll just transition over the front of our knees and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, draw your right leg up towards the sky. And exhale, have your right toes navigate towards your left wrist. We'll go into pigeon variation. Go ahead and get yourself situated. If this is not okay on your knee, a-okay. You're gonna take instead the lizard pose we took earlier with your right knee out on the outer edge of your hands, and you'll just have a nice strengthening pose here. If this is okay for your knee, get yourself situated. Something that's very helpful is to walk your left foot back. Now, before we lay down, you're welcome to stay right here. We're going to keep strengthening the back side. Keep your chest broad, big inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee any amount, heel towards glute. You'll feel your pelvis lift up a little perhaps. Inhale, back off. Broad chest. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, back off. Last one, exhale. Okay, stay with that, or we'll add our hands. So you might give it a little test run and just experiment with your hands off the earth. You're really using your backside, just like we did in all those Shalambhasana variations. So flirt with that for a moment. Notice to what extent your lower body can hold you here. You're welcome to stay in any degree of that trust exercise. You can play with either neutral lizard pose here. You're still getting a great expansive stretch across your front body. You can flirt with the heel towards glute, or we'll put it all together. Inhale your hands up, just like we did that shoulder flexion, fingertips reach back. Exhale, imagine your heels and your fingertips would touch. Exhale. Inhale, back off. 2 more. Last one, give it your all. Savor wherever you are, 2 more breaths. And release from wherever you're at. We'll take a more passive stretch in sleeping pigeon. You can rest your forehead on your hands or a block. And just drink in your breath. Begin to lift back out on an inhale. And walk your back knee in some to give yourself space. Press up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. And settle back down into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg leads.
Exhale across, setting up for pigeon this side. Again, if this is a no-no for your knee, a-okay. Just bring your foot to the outer edge of your hands and you'll be in that powerful lizard pose again. Take a moment to just get acquainted. Walk your right foot back some, like a cat getting situated just right. Inhale, broaden your chest. Exhale, bend your knee, heel towards glute. Inhale, back off, broad chest. Exhale, draw in. Last one. And then now you kind of have a sense of what you can experiment with. You can stay right there with that variation. If you have a strap and you know you're close, you might surpass the instructor and go for it, hook your foot. If you want to just play with your hands lifting off and notice what has to accommodate to have you lift out of the support of your hands, do that. If you want to put it all together, we'll reach fingertips, prayer goes up and back, broaden your chest, you have that glorious shoulder flexion, and then exhale, heel towards fingertips. Inhale, back off, broad chest, exhale, everything in towards the midline. Last one, and then we'll hold. Inhale, get broad, exhale. Feel your peak. And then release. Wherever you've been, we'll all settle into sleeping pigeon. Hands on your forehead, on your hands or a block. Just feel both of your hips parallel towards the earth. Notice if your tendency is to lean off towards one side. Just see if you can find center and then savor your breath. Inhale, start to lift out. Walk your back knee in some to give yourself enough space to press back into downward facing dog. And then for the last time, inhale, lift your left leg, bend your knee and open your hip. And settle down, dog. Let's finish here with 5 deep breaths. Just noting any subtle or significant changes in your physical or mental state in this past little bit of practice. Again, let your breath trace up the arches of your feet through the inseam of your thighs, lifting your pubic bone skyward as you drape your chest towards your heels. Letting energy ground back out through your hands. Inhale, get long.
And exhale, step through to the top of your space, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, give yourself enough space to sit down and transition all the way down to your back. Heels in towards your glutes. Inhale, lift through your hips, and exhale, draw your shoulder blades in together, perhaps interlacing your fingers, pinky edge towards the ground. Draw your heels in towards your glutes as you lift your hips. One more breath here in this bridge. And then let go of the clasp if you have it and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Invite your feet in towards each other, knees out wide, and bring one hand to your abdomen, one hand to your chest. What has been called Mother Earth pose. You're welcome to stay here and just drink up all the benefits of your practice. Or come into final resting pose. Conscious relaxation we call Shavasana. Bring your legs out long, hands out by your side. And just take a couple moments as if you were digesting the benefits of this practice. Next inhale, breathe right into the center of your heart. Begin to reawaken. It can be nourishing to rub your cheeks or your abdomen. Feels satisfying to take a full body stretch. Please do so. And roll roll over onto whichever side. Let's take a moment to wake up slow. Rest your head on your forearm. And then we'll lift up into seated. Your eyes can stay soft or closed if that's comfortable, and then just let your hands rest somewhere perhaps reverent. And feel a sense of nobility coming into your spine. For all of the places that the openness and willingness of surrender is needed, may we trust and soften. And for all of the places that our strength and fortification is needed, may we rise and benefit all of those who we have the privilege of encountering. Close with the words meaning peace, peace, peace. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much.